Buckingham Palace is in chaos. King Charles, visibly shaken, tears streaming down his face, just made an announcement that's left the world stunned. What could reduce a king to sobs? Is it his health, a royal scandal, or something far darker? Stick with me as we uncover the truth behind this shocking moment. Let's dive into the heart of this mystery. On April 5, 2025, a YouTube video titled, "New King King," Charles made a sad announcement after Prince William takes center stage, sent shockwaves across the internet. The thumbnail showed Charles, red-eyed, looking broken. The video claimed Charles was stepping down, with Prince William poised to take the throne. But here's the catch. No official statement from Buckingham Palace confirms this. So what's really going on? To understand, we need to piece together the clues, starting with Charles's recent history. King Charles III, born November 14, 1948, ascended to the throne on September 8, 2022, after Queen Elizabeth II's death. At 73, he was the oldest person to become king in British history. His reign has been marked by personal and public challenges, most notably his cancer diagnosis in February 2024. Buckingham Palace announced that subsequent diagnostic tests revealed a form of cancer, though they never specified the type. Charles underwent treatment, and by April 2024, he resumed some public duties, visiting cancer treatment centers and meeting patients. But the shadow of his illness lingered. A royal source told ABC News in 2025 that Charles's cancer is a managed condition, with treatment continuing into this year. Could his health be the key to this tearful announcement? Fast forward to March 27, 2025. Charles was briefly hospitalized after experiencing temporary side effects from his cancer treatment. He returned to Clarence House, but his engagements in Birmingham were canceled. This sparked speculation. Was his condition worsening? The palace's vague language, temporary side effects, did little to quell rumors. Social media buzzed with theories, from a sudden deterioration to an imminent abdication. Then came the April 5th YouTube video, amplifying the narrative that Charles was stepping down. But let's be clear, no credible news outlet, from the BBC to The Independent, has confirmed any abdication plans. So what about the tears? The image of Charles weeping is central to this story, but its origins are murky. No recent footage shows him crying publicly. The YouTube thumbnail likely used an older image, possibly from an emotional moment like Queen Elizabeth's funeral or a manipulated photo. This raises a red flag. Is the mysterious announcement a fabrication built on doctored visuals and unverified claims? To answer, let's explore other possibilities behind Charles's emotional state. One theory points to family tensions, particularly with Prince Andrew. In December 2024, reports surfaced that Charles was frustrated with Andrew over mysterious funding allowing him to remain at Royal Lodge. Could a family rift have pushed Charles to tears? Unlikely. Charles has navigated royal scandals before. Think Prince Harry's departure or Andrew's Epstein ties, with stoic resolve. A funding dispute, while messy, doesn't seem dramatic enough to break him. Another angle is Charles's public reception. His reign hasn't been universally embraced. In October 2024, during a visit to Australia, an Indigenous senator heckled him, shouting, "You are not our king," a stark reminder of anti-monarchist sentiment in some Commonwealth's nations. Charles also faced quirky indignities, like being sneezed on by an alpaca. These moments, while humiliating, are par for the royal course. They might sting, but tears? Doubtful. Let's consider a more personal trigger. Charles's Christmas message on December 25, 2024, was unusually reflective. Speaking from Fitzrovia Chapel, a former hospital chapel, he thanked the selfless medical staff who supported him and Kate Middleton through their cancer battles. He spoke of the uncertainties of illness and praised communities that resisted UK riots after a tragic Southport stabbing. This speech was emotional, but no reports mention him crying. Still, it shows a king grappling with mortality and societal unrest. Could his mysterious announcement tie to these themes? Now let's address the YouTube video's claim, Charles stepping down for William. Abdication is rare in British history. The last monarch to abdicate was Edward VIII in 1936 for love. Charles, after waiting decades as heir, seems unlikely to relinquish the crown lightly. Yet the video's title, Prince William Takes Center Stage, hints at a shift. William has indeed stepped up. In 2024, with Charles and Kate sidelined by cancer, he took on more duties, from ceremonial welcomes to public appearances. On April 9, 2025, William was named Colonel-in-Chief of the Army Air Corps, a role Charles once held. This fueled speculation that Charles is preparing William for the throne sooner than expected. But preparing is not abdicating. Here's where things get murky. The YouTube video, posted by a channel with no verifiable credentials, lacks primary sources. Its description reads, "King Charles is stepping down after months of speculation about his health." But Buckingham Palace has made no such announcement. The video's 15-minute runtime leans heavily on recycled news clips and dramatic narration, not evidence. This smells like clickbait, exploiting Charles's health struggles to drive views. Similar rumors swirled in March 2024, when Newsweek reported a baseless conspiracy theory about a major BBC announcement. That fizzled out. This could be more of the same. Let's explore a historical parallel for context. In the 14th century, Charles V of France, known as the Wise, suffered a mysterious fistula on his arm for 23 years. A prophecy warned that when the fistula stopped weeping, he'd die within 15 days. When it dried up in 1380, he died at 42, fueling rumors of poisoning by his rival, Charles II of Navarre. While unrelated to our Charles, this story shows how health mysteries and cryptic prophecies can spark intrigue. Today's social media is our medieval rumor mill, amplifying half-truths into viral narratives. Back to 2025. Another clue lies in Charles's Christmas message. He spoke of service and selflessness, referencing D-Day veterans and community resilience. This suggests a king focused on legacy, not abdication. If he were stepping down, we'd expect concrete signs, official statements, parliamentary discussions, or William's formal elevation. Instead, we have a vague YouTube video and a thumbnail of dubious authenticity. So, what made Charles weep? The truth is, we don't know if he did. The mysterious announcement seems to be a mix of speculation, health concerns, and digital exaggeration. His cancer treatment, while serious, is described as managed. Family dramas like Andrew's funding are ongoing but not catastrophic. Public challenges from hecklers to alpacas are embarrassing but not tear-worthy. The most likely explanation? The announcement is a myth built on a grain of truth, Charles's health struggles stretched into a sensational lie. But let's entertain the alternative. Suppose Charles did make a private announcement, perhaps to his family or inner circle. What could it be? A decision to scale back duties, handing more to William? A revelation about his prognosis? Or something unrelated like a personal loss? In November 2024, Charles and Camilla mourned their rescue dog, Beth. Could grief over a pet combined with health stress explain an emotional moment? It's possible, but no evidence ties this to a public announcement. To dig deeper, let's look at Charles's character. Known for his temper, recall the 2022 video of him snapping over a cluttered desk, Charles is also deeply emotional. He's poked fun at his sausage fingers, a possible sign of water retention, and laughed with William during coronation rehearsals. This is a man who feels deeply, but guards his vulnerabilities. Public tears would be a rare break in composure, likely triggered by something profound. Without footage or eyewitness accounts, though, we're left guessing. Social media's role can't be ignored. X posts from early 2025 show users debating Charles's health, with some claiming insider knowledge of an abdication. These are unverified, often from anonymous accounts. The platform's echo chamber can turn a single image into a global conspiracy. Remember the 2024 rumor of Charles's death, debunked by the palace? Misinformation thrives in uncertainty, and Charles's private health battle provides fertile ground. Let's zoom out. The monarchy itself is under scrutiny. Charles's reign began amid economic strain and Commonwealth tensions. His net approval rating dropped 8 points in 2025, with half of young people viewing him negatively, per Newsweek. If he were to step down, it would signal a crisis, not just personal, but institutional. Yet Charles has shown resilience, from resuming duties post-diagnosis to delivering poignant speeches. Abdication feels out of character for a man who waited 70 years to wear the crown. So, where does this leave us? The mysterious announcement is likely a fabrication, a viral ghost story for the digital age. The tears, if real, could stem from health fears, family strain, or private grief, but no evidence confirms a public breakdown. The YouTube video's claims don't hold up against primary sources like the BBC or ABC News. Still, the rumor's persistence reveals a truth. People are watching Charles closely, parsing every move for signs of weakness. One final angle. Could this be deliberate misdirection? The palace has a history of controlling narratives, releasing limited information to shape perceptions. By staying silent on the YouTube video, they let speculation fester, perhaps distracting, from other issues, like Andrew's scandals or Commonwealth unrest. It's a stretch, but not impossible. Royals play chess, not checkers. As we close this chapter, the mystery lingers. Was Charles's announcement real or a mirage? Did he weep, or is that thumbnail a lie? The answers aren't clear, but one thing is, the world's eyes are on Buckingham Palace, waiting for the next move. And just when you think you've got it figured out, a new clue drops. What's that clue? Well, that's a story for another day.